What up, dog? Welcome back to the Beat Factory 313 War Stories podcast, and I'm your host, Juice. And we got another good one for y'all today. Nephew, let them know who we got with us today.
My name Kevin Smith from Highland Park, Michigan.
What's going on, Kev? You been all right?
Yeah, I've been all right, bro.
And let the people know how we got here today. Let them know what you're going through. How you end up where you at.
Okay, back in 2015, December 2015, I was charged with an attempt murder on the United States Federal District Judge, also on an armed robbery on the United States Federal District Judge. It was high profile. They used two guys to tell them that I did it just so they can solve the case or whatever. And I was the victim, Terrence Berg, which was the judge, couldn't identify me. Mm-hmm. And I was found not guilty for all counts regarding that situation with the judge, Terrence Berg. Mm-hmm. But I was found guilty of conspiracy and sentenced to 65 to 90 years.
So now you was found innocent on the attempted robbery on the judge, but what did they find you guilty of?
Conspiracy to commit armed robbery, and sentenced me to 65 to 90 years.
Now that was a different case.
Yeah, that was separate from the attempt murder and an armed robbery on Judge Terrence Berg.
Okay, and all this transpired. What year you say this was?
I was charged in 2015, but my trial ended in June 2016.
And that's when you was found that was when you was found innocent, right?
I was found innocent of the attempt murder of Judge Terrence Berg and armed robbery of Judge Terrence Berg.
Okay, and on that case, they used some witness against you who was trying to frame you.
Yeah, they had two guys that was charged with a bunch of armed robberies, and they told them, if you tell us who shot this federal judge, we'll throw out all these robberies and gun charges on y'all, and we'll just give y'all home invasion and give y'all 5 years. So they told them I shot him, even though the victim couldn't identify me as being a shooter. Mm-hmm. I wasn't found with no gun or ever even had a gun that shot this. There was no evidence linking me to that crime at all other than their testimony. And they charged me with that and plus this conspiracy to commit armed robbery.
Nah. And they gave them 5 years to testify against you, but you beat that case, right?
I beat that case, yep. I beat the attempt murder and an armed robbery on Judge Terrence Berg.
Okay, and how did you prove your innocence on that?
The evidence kind of proved itself, man. Like, I didn't do it. I don't know who did it. I ain't see who did it. I just didn't do it. The cell tower records didn't place me in the area, Oak Drive Street, when a federal judge was shot. The victim couldn't identify me. There was no firearm recovered linking me to that crime scene. That it was no other evidence. And plus they had made conflicting statements. Like one person saying this person was there, then he came back and said, hey, no, I lied about that. I want to tell the truth. So the jury just basically, it was just too much going on. The jury just found me not guilty. They found out, it was nothing linking me. And the only people that was linking me to the crime scene was these two guys. They was even telling conflicting stories. So they found me not guilty of all counts relating to that incident.
Okay. Now bring us to this incident, the 65 years. Now, what happened on this 65-year case? What did the court records say happened? What transpired and when?
So on a 65-year case, these same two guys said that I robbed all these other people in Detroit or whatever. And again, no victim was able to identify me. It was nothing in my house, nothing found in my house linking me to anything, linking me to no victim, no crime that was committed. It was nothing linking me to any crime, but I was found guilty anyway of conspiracy to commit armed robbery. And now, December 3rd, 2024, the Court of Appeals just finally granted my appeal right now.
Okay. Now the two individuals they trying to use against you was they victims or was they involved in these cases?
Oh, the two guys that they used against me is alleged co-conspirators of mine. Okay. They saying that, we all was a group doing a string of armed robberies. Mm-hmm.
And this.
So now cell tower records is coming out now to contradicting their testimony. Again, like these two was blood cousins. Robert Williams and Don Diego Adams is blood cousins, and they both helped each other get home by just throwing me under the bus, saying that I did stuff that I didn't do. So on the appeal, the judge, prior to me being arrested, the police lied in the affidavit of search warrant saying my cell phone pinged in the area of multiple armed robberies. And soon as it was about to come out, and this is after I was found guilty of conspiracy, 65 to 90 years. This is something that everybody didn't know about, that wasn't on the news, this after conviction. It was going to come out that the police lied in the affidavit of search warrant, and it was going to come out that my co-conspirators lied on me as well. And soon as it was about to come out, I had a good working attorney that was helping me get this evidence. They removed him from my case and said that he filed a motion to withdraw. What that means is he's saying, I don't want to be on this case no more. But what they didn't know is he wrote me a letter saying he never filed a motion to withdraw, and he did not know why he was removed from my case. So they put a new lawyer on the case. Now, this new lawyer helped them out. They needed this attorney to withdraw the motion before the evidence revealed the truth. So he did exactly what they wanted him to do. He withdrew the motion, got me denied on my direct appeal, and I fought hard and gathered all the evidence up, and I came back around on the 6500 and exposed what they did to me. And again, on December 3rd, 2024, they granted my delayed application for leave to appeal. They ordered the prosecutor 56 days to respond. They never responded. They told the trial court to appoint counsel. They never appointed counsel. So in March, I filed another motion and let them know, hey, I still didn't get counsel, and the prosecutor never responded. They told them they had 21 days to appoint counsel now. Now they gave them 21-day order. You got 21 days to appoint counsel. And to this day, I still don't have a counsel.
And how many days?
And all of this is being done because it's going to expose that Wayne County down there, that courthouse down there, is using public defender. I'm not saying for everybody. I'm going to just speak for my case. They use my public defender to help them out, to help hide exculpatory evidence.
And when did they do all of this?
This all happened in the year of 2017 and 2018.
No, I'm talking about when did the courts just give them time to how many days? They gave them 20-some days. How many days have it been to get you an attorney?
Oh man, hold on. I'm pulling the paper out of my pocket right now. On March 12th, it says from the date of this order, the trial court must appoint counsel within 21 days from the date of this order. And that order is dated March 12th, 2025. And it is May right now. And we well past 21 days and I still don't have counsel.
So did you put in another motion to let them know that?
Yeah, I put in another motion, let them know, basically I didn't get counsel again. And on April 22nd, they denied the motion as moot and basically just told me I had to sit back and wait for the normal assignment. So I'm just sitting and waiting. But in my opinion, this is nothing but a stall tactic because they're scared of the blowback that this stuff may be on the media and expose what's going on down there in that courthouse.
Exactly. So that's what we want to try to bring out. If they not following their own procedures, then we want to make the public and the taxpayers aware of it, and we want to make the court systems aware of what's going on and the delay because they got you locked up. You feel me? They on your time now. You feel me?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
How many? So for 65 years, how many? What did they actually convict you of? What's your conviction now?
My conviction is conspiracy to commit armed robbery, felony firearm, and felon in possession of a firearm.
And it's a conspiracy to commit armed robbery, but not no actual armed robbery. So what did they say? Take us back to what they say happened in this case. Okay,
so they saying that me, my two alleged co-conspirators, which is Robert Williams and Don Diego Adams, and also another so-called alleged co-conspirator, which was Timothy Russell. They said that we all came up with an agreement that we're going to do a string of armed robberies, and that's how we got charged with conspiracy.
What was this supposed to be?
Which means,
go ahead,
2 or more people came into an agreement to commit these armed robberies, and that's what they saying we did.
Right, but they only got you locked up. What about the other guy, Timothy
Yeah,
or whatever.
he locked up. He got a 15 to 30-year sentence, but he was never charged with conspiracy. I was the only one charged with conspiracy because I was labeled as the ringleader. So you got the two alleged co-conspirators who testified on me, took that plea deal to testify on me. They also implicated him in all of this same stuff that I'm implicated in, but they never even charged the other guy with the conspiracy. He just got 15 to 30 for a separate armed robbery. I was the only one charged with conspiracy.
So what did he say in in the things that they was trying to put on you? Did he have anything to say?
No, he didn't say nothing. He never implicated me in nothing.
And you took it to trial?
Yeah, I took it to trial.
And at your trial, did them two guys get on the stand on you in trial?
Yeah, they did.
Your lawyers didn't try to have Timothy subpoenaed to come to trial, speak at the trial?
He came down to, because he admitted to me that these guys was trying to get him to falsely implicate me as well. He said they told him, he told me that Robert Williams and Don Diego's told him, all they want is Kev. All we got to do is give them Kev and we can all get a low sentence and go home. And he came down to court to testify to that at trial.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at it, because it's still available to be viewed on Google or YouTube, if you look at when he came down there, they actually threatened him. Like, hey, you know that they said you did a lot of this stuff too, so if you get on that stand, you could be cross-examined and can be, get charged with the same thing I'm being charged with. And they say you can either plead the fifth right now or you can get up on that stand. And he chose to plead the fifth, which I don't blame him. You know what I'm saying? He chose not to say nothing.
Right. So that's still working in your favor because he didn't get up there and say the same thing they said. So that shows it's something going on.
For sure. But people just got to be aware of what's going on down there, man, in that Wayne County jail in that Wayne County courthouse down there, Franklin Murphy Hall of Justice. People just got to be aware of what's going on, man, because they down there using attorneys.
And what
they down there using attorneys, and I want to use my case to shed light. As soon, I just need people to help me get in that courtroom. It's already granted already. I need people to help me get in that courtroom, an attorney to help me, because my case is going to expose what's actually going on down there in that courthouse.
Okay, bet. And what process is you at right now with the courts?
Say it again.
What's the process you at right now?
Right now, I'm just waiting on an attorney. I'm just stalling it out. Oh, you just waiting on a court order that I get counsel in December. Here it is. Maybe I still don't have counsel. Again, back in March, they said now y'all have 21 days to appoint counsel. 21 days passed. I'm into May, still no counsel. I feel like this is all a stall tactic for them to figure out how they can get out of this, and that's what I'm scared of. I don't know what's being done behind my back.
And if you get an attorney, once you do get an attorney, once you do get an attorney,
you have 1 minute remaining.
What
say, bro?
Once you do get the attorney, what process is y'all at? Y'all in the Court of Appeals on what grounds? You at your 6,500?
Yeah, I'm at my 6,500. So once a attorney get appointed on a case, he has 56 days to file a brief, his brief. Mine is already in. Once he filed his brief, the prosecutor has 56 days to file their brief, and then it goes back in front of the judge again. But right now, like I say, they not on. It's like they're not even starting the process for it to even get rolling. They just got it stuck right here.
Well, we go work on it and get these people, to these activists and these paralegals, to pull your situation up and get these people on your case to get you an attorney.
Exactly. That's what I'm hoping and praying on.
Okay, well, we working on it as we speak. Anything else you would like to say before this call ends?
Oh man, I just ask that y'all help me, man, and shout out, and I love my daughter Camille. That's it, bro.
I appreciate you for tuning in and sharing your story.
Thank you for using GTL.
That was Kevin Smith. Calling in, bringing Lightman on his case. This man beat a armed robbery and attempt murder on a federal judge, and now he's being faced with now he's doing 65 years for some robberies that he say he didn't have nothing to do with. Some co-defendants is implicating him. Anybody with any paralegals or any attorneys that would like to look into this case, feel free to look into it and see if we could help Kevin prove his innocence. He done made it this far and got back on appeal. So it is something going on with his case that ain't right, that even the court's even taking a look at it. So we not gonna try to let them get off on unjust. If it's some justice that he got due to him, please help him. Hit that like, comment, and subscribe. I'm back at y'all. Sorry for the missing in action. We back. We'll be back up on the YouTube streets this evening. I got some exclusive street stories coming, woe stories coming back for y'all. I know y'all been in the comments saying bring them woe stories back. So I'm back at y'all. I'm up and working. I'm gonna get this one out to y'all. Y'all stay tuned. This is the Beat Factory 313 War Stories podcast. I'm your host, Juice. Y'all tap in, like, share, and subscribe, and I'm out.